Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful skills you can develop, critical thinking. Whether you're making everyday decisions or tackling big challenges, being able to think critically can make a massive difference in your life. Now, don't worry, it's not some complicated skill that only scientists or professors use. Critical thinking is all about asking the right questions, analyzing information, and making smart decisions. And the best part? Anyone can learn it. In this video, I'm going to share some simple techniques to improve your critical thinking, along with real-world examples, so you can see how these work in action. Let's dive in. Before we get into the techniques, let's break down what critical thinking actually means. At its core, critical thinking is about analyzing situations instead of just reacting to them. It's about questioning assumptions, looking at things from different perspectives, and making logical decisions based on evidence. For example, imagine you hear someone say, "This new app is the best for budgeting." A critical thinker doesn't just accept that at face value. Instead, they might ask, why is it the best? Who's saying this? What makes it better than other apps? It's like being a detective in your daily life. You dig a little deeper, gather facts, and come to your own conclusion. How to improve critical thinking. Number 1, ask questions. This is the foundation of critical thinking. Always ask questions. Never settle for surface-level information. For example, let's say your friend tells you, you should invest in this stock. Everyone's doing it. Instead of jumping in, you'd ask questions like, what makes the stock a good investment? How has it performed in the past? What are the risks involved? By asking questions, you're gathering all the pieces of the puzzle before making a decision. Real-world tip. Next time someone makes a bold claim, whether it's about health, money, or trends, pause and ask at least 3 why or how questions. You'll often uncover details that others overlook. Number 2, challenge assumptions. We all have beliefs and assumptions we've picked up over time. But sometimes, those assumptions aren't based on facts. A critical thinker challenges these assumptions to make sure they hold up. Imagine you're applying for a job and you think, I'm not qualified enough. They'll never hire me. That's an assumption. A critical thinker would ask, is there actual evidence that I'm not qualified? Do I meet most of the requirements? What can I do to improve my chances, like tailoring my resume or preparing for the interview? By challenging your own assumptions, you open yourself up to new possibilities. So the next time you think, I can't do this or this always happens, stop and ask, is this really true? Often, you'll realize you're holding yourself back with unnecessary doubts. 3, gather evidence. Critical thinkers don't rely on opinions. They look for solid evidence before forming conclusions. Imagine you're shopping for a new phone, and the salesperson says, this model is the best on the market. A critical thinker wouldn't just take their word for it. They'd look up online reviews. Compare specs with other phones. Check if the features actually match their needs. By gathering evidence, you avoid falling for sales tactics and make a decision based on facts. When you're faced with big decisions, do a bit of research first. Whether it's buying something, choosing a school, or deciding on a career path, evidence will always guide you better than opinions. 4, practice active listening. Critical thinking isn't just about analyzing information, it's also about understanding it. That's where active listening comes in. When someone is speaking, focus entirely on what they're saying instead of thinking about your response. Imagine you're in a group discussion at work, and someone suggests a new idea. Instead of interrupting or dismissing it, you'd listen carefully and ask, what problem does this idea solve? What are the potential challenges? How can we make it even better? By actively listening, you show respect for others' perspectives and gather valuable insights to improve your thinking. Therefore, during your next conversation, try this. Don't interrupt, don't judge, and ask at least one thoughtful question about what the other person said. You'll be surprised how much you learn. 5. Consider different perspectives. A critical thinker looks at situations from multiple angles. This helps you avoid bias and come up with well-rounded solutions. Let's say you're planning a group trip and one friend wants to go hiking while another wants a beach vacation. Instead of taking sides, you'd consider both perspectives. Why does one friend prefer hiking? What's the appeal of the beach? Is there a way to combine both ideas, like finding a destination with beaches and trails? By considering different perspectives, you make better decisions that work for everyone. Remember that whenever you face a disagreement, pause and ask yourself, what would this look like from the other person's point of view? It's a simple habit that leads to better understanding and smarter choices. So, there you have it, 5 practical ways to improve your critical thinking, including ask questions, challenge assumptions, gather evidence, practice active listening, and consider different perspectives. These techniques are simple, but they can have a massive impact on how you approach problems and make decisions. The more you practice, the sharper your mind will become. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and share your thoughts in the comments. What's one critical thinking habit you're going to try? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay curious, stay sharp, and take care.